Alright guys, welcome back to Frugal Homestead. So today I want to talk about the one tool that we use here to speed up our compost. Now, everybody says they need this, that, and the other to speed up their compost. You can add molasses, you can add this. The fact is, if you want fast compost, you've got to turn it a lot. Now, guessing is fine, but I'd rather do it when it's necessary. And in order to do that, we use a composting thermometer. So I want to start off by saying there will be links down in the description box for the actual one we use, because there's so many that are so many more expensive, too long. You don't need all that. Now, the important part to know when messing with a compost thermometer is you want to keep it in the green. So as you can see, I literally just got done building up this pile and it's just a bit over. Now, by being just a bit over, it's actually outside the realm we want to be in. We want to stay in that green. But the simplest thing I can tell you about this is the moment it starts to get to the bottom over there, where it's not in the green or about to come out of the green, it's time to flip your pile. It's just that simple, guys. So I don't want to make this video any longer than it has to be, because this is really simple. You just got to understand that when you buy these, no matter how long your probe is, you want to shove it into the center of your pile to the head. That way it gets a full reading, because a lot of people sometimes will do that and just, you know, push it in a couple inches, and it's so loose there it's not getting actual touch against the probe to register the heat correctly. Now, when you get them, like I said, and that's actually super warm, wow. You want to make sure that you're trying to keep it under something covered, because a lot of these will get moisture inside here, make it hard to read in the mornings. So if you have a little coverage, it helps on your pile. But generally you just shove it in there and you're going to wait about 15 to 20 minutes to get an accurate reading. This just tells me what I need to do. Now, if I turn the pile and come back in a half an hour and it's not heating up, that means that I don't have enough material in there to heat up. So I will add coffee grounds, I will add some kind of nitrogen source that's green that will just kick it off. Now, this pile, like I said, I just finished building this and it is actually starting to hit the gray zone. You really don't want to play in that gray zone too much. At worst case, if you start to get heavy up in that higher zone, you can actually turn the pile. It seems counterproductive, but you're basically just aerating out some of the heat to bring it down a little bit. Now, this pile still has a long way to go, but I will drastically reduce the time by knowing what the temperature is and continually turning it once the temperature starts to decrease. This is a simple tool that ranges from anywhere from $10 to $30 depending upon which one you get. Obviously, how big your pile is may affect. If you have a giant pile you turn with your tractor, you may want to buy one with the 20 or 30 or 40 inch probes on them. For most normal standard mid-size like Homestead style like this, all you need is this one, which I said will be linked down below. So if you're like us and you're trying to really build up a scale of compost, then having this tool will make it so you know exactly where you are in your process and what you need to do. Time is very important. Guessing when your pile is cooling down, unless you're going to do a stagnant long-term pile, much like what we did here, it's not worth not investing a few dollars in a thermometer, because the one thing I can tell you is compost saves you all the money of fertilizer and time and rejuvenating your soil every year. So with that money you're saving, why not invest a small amount to optimize how fast you can turn your compost and to know how fast to get it going to get it done. Now, we're building all new beds, basically an entire new garden. We need tons of compost. So I'm out here checking this thing literally every 2 days to make sure I'm in the right realm and then rolling it over. I actually have been building these piles and then adding them to the end pile and building it up as it starts to drop down as it breaks down. So Building this is going to be the key for our fundamental future, but I think you can improve your system as well. You can make more compost a year, because the one thing nobody ever said was, I'm glad I don't have any more compost. Everybody always needs more compost. We can always find a place to use it. So make sure that you're optimizing your time and your energy for a very low price. And with that said, if you haven't already, and I don't know why you wouldn't have, go down below, hit subscribe to see all of our upcoming videos. Hit the notification bell, that way you don't miss any. Leave us a comment, let us know. Are you already using a thermometer in your compost? Are you going out of your way to make sure you're turning your compost on a regular basis? How much compost do you end up using a year? Let us know down in the comments. We'd love to have a conversation with you. And with that said, I will see you guys in the next one.